Hi, today's good person to know is Leigh Ashton, founder of the Sales Consultancy. If ever you get that niggly feeling just before you have to do a sales pitch, or you can't close a deal, or want to generate more sales leads, or just get the best out of your team, Leigh's video shows you how. She says we sell every day when we share an idea or an opinion, but we do it without realising when we recommend a product, service or person to another person. We're effectively selling on behalf of them. Leigh wants us to learn to love to sell as much as she does, because the more you love it, the easier it becomes. And that we just have to believe in ourselves and know that nobody else will be able to deliver that message better than we can. Leigh says it's about giving, and if I'm totally honest, I've never thought about it like that. She distinguishes the difference between a good sell, someone who listens, and a bad sell, someone who talks non-stop. I mean, faced in that situation, who would you buy from? Leigh says people are afraid to say no, and they would much rather say, can you call me back next week, or I need some time to think about it. It's just a polite version of saying I'm not interested. So maybe you need to change your approach. Leigh gives some excellent tips in this video as to what you should do in order to close your sale, or at least know where you stand with the customer, or how you can improve on that customer so that the customer will eventually buy from you. Sometimes it's about being patient, listening more, talking less, and actually really understanding what the customer wants. And if despite all of that, you've done everything you can, then there has to be a hidden agenda. And maybe you should try a different approach there. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Leigh is a fantastic lady who is able to teach you how to sell better. So I hope you enjoy it and take away some ideas that she's given in this video. Thank you for watching.
When I started the Sales Consultancy, it was to help people love selling as much as I love selling, because when you love it, it becomes easy. Believe in yourself. Believe that you are the person that's going to take it out into the world, and without you, the people that are meant to hear your message are not going to hear you unless you speak up. Every time you share an idea that you have with someone or your point of view, you're actually selling. Sales is all about giving. It's like, what can I give the other person that would really add value? A bad sale is somebody who thinks that when they meet a prospective buyer, they should tell them all about what they do. So really, I never tell anybody about what I do when I go to a meeting until I've spoken to them, asked them lots of questions, and then at the very end, I then say, okay, so based on what you've told me, this is what I think your options are. You go to any meeting or you meet someone, even at a networking, and they say, oh, what do you do? And then you've told them everything about what you do, then actually that puts you in the weaker position. Because you cannot tailor what you do to what they do or what they want. People are afraid of saying, no, I don't want to buy. So they're much happier saying, well, give me a ring next week. And then when you call next week, they're not there. And if they happen to pick up the phone and you catch them unawares, they'll say, well, we're still thinking about it. Can you give me a ring next week? And this isn't a way of guaranteeing that you close the sale, but it does help you understand where you are in the sale and whether they are a serious buyer. And the technique works a little bit like this, and I'll base it on my business and then you'll have to tailor it to yours. So great rapport, and I'd say, Matt, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, Leigh, this is absolutely not the kind of sales training we want, to 10 being, Leigh, this is absolutely perfect. When's the first date we can book this in? Where would you say we are? And then you shut up. If you speak before they do, you've absolutely blown it. Say they say 7. You go, great. What needs to happen to get us to a 10? And then they will tell you what the gap is between where you are now and what their perfect 10 is. Ask all your happy customers who else they know that would benefit from what you do. The very best question to ask when the person gave them the reference number was, what attracted you to this particular car? And that opened up the conversation in a way that made it very easy then for that sales advisor to say, oh, that's great, because lots of people who buy this car actually are dog owners and they buy it because it's really easy to have their dogs in the back. And the whole conversation would be much more personal.